Trident Wargaming. Build it, paint it, play it.
Welcome back everyone to another unboxing video for Trident Wargaming. I'm your host, Andy, and today we got a very special unboxing. Very super stoked and excited for this. Been waiting for a while for it. Just recently got my Wave 2 Kickstarter box that came in. The dropship has landed. So we're going to be going through that pretty much with everything I got and I ordered. And we'll take some pretty good close-ups of some of the mechs that come in the new sets that will be coming out to stores shortly. So yeah, there's a lot of goodies from dice to patches to new mechs to existing mechs, posters and whatnot. So we'll pretty much jump right into it and we'll start showing you some of the good stuff. Okay, so first up out of this pack of the Innersphere Heavy Lance, we have the Banshee. Now, he's pretty big, very tall mech, but really sweet looking. Some nice, good old detail there. So, this is a really good addition to any force that you have. We also have, in the same pack, we have the Grasshopper. Looks pretty neat. I'll just fix that up for you. Pretty cool pose, just kind of advancing. So the iconic missile mount on the head. So cool little details. But a really nice mech as well. You can add that to your guys' forces. And we have one of my favorites, an old classic Centaurian, workhorse of the Inner Sphere. There's got the autocannon arm. Doesn't have the big shield like the MechWarrior Online does, but regardless, it's the iconic Centaurian look. Laser in the middle, missile rack on the left torso. Otherwise, some nice details. I gotta say that these mechs that they've brought out, just tons and tons of little details, so pretty cool on that. And last but not least, for this set, we have the Hatchet Man. You know, he's the little guy compared to the Axeman, but one of the first mechs with the actual close combat weapon, the hatchet. Again, nice details. A bit of cleaning to do, as you can see with some old lines, but regardless, that's almost every miniature. Pretty neat. Okay, on to the next one. Next up, we're going with a bit of a lighter lance, and this is the Innersphere Striker Lance. First, we'll put up the Panther. So there you have it. Looks pretty cool. Has the menacing headpiece of the Panther. Actually, the sculpt's actually pretty nice. There you go. Some good detail, of course. Big old PPC on that arm. Look at that. Very sweet. Very sweet. Next up in this pack, we have the Blackjack. There we go. Looks pretty cool. Nice little kind of action standing back kind of pose, firing his cannons. So, well done. Arms are a little, missiles or lasers are a little droopy there, but I'm sure that can be fixed pretty easily. Otherwise, pretty neat. Then we got the old classic Wolfhound. A lot of people love this mech. So, pretty nice. Gave it the good old classic look to it. I really like it. The little triple lasers in the middle. Pretty sweet. Let me some Kellhounds happening here in the future. Last but not least, one of my old classic favorites. One of the iconic lights that everybody sees and probably hates. The Jenner. There you go. Of course, he's in the run action because that's what he does. So, pretty cool. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, next up is the Innersphere Battle Lance. Now this one was out beforehand, but I also actually got an extra pack in mine. So we will start with the Phoenix Hawk. Pretty cool mold. Really has the Phoenix Hawk look, just slightly updated. Pretty badass. Really like it. Then we have the Wasp. Just a little guy. Run action. Scouting. Looks pretty decent. There you go. Next up, a classic Rifleman. Sure a lot of you guys like this mech. I know I do. Pretty nice. Glad to add a second one to my forces. But definitely kept its classic look. And last but not least, we have the Warhammer. Another classic, which is one of my favorites. Really well done. I like how they didn't really change it really too much, but just updated it, made it look great. So there you have it. On to the next one. Okay, so next up we have the Innersphere Direct Fire Lance. Left this one till last, just because of the mechs in it, and we'll start off with the Orion. Pretty cool, iconic mech again. It has a little bit of a different maneuver there, or swagger. Looks pretty cool. Definitely be using this probably in a Merrick Force or something like that. Love it. Really nice. Probably get a second one at some point. Next up, we have a Crusader. There you go. Again, different kind of pose. Looks pretty cool. Firing off some missiles or something. Yeah. Very similar to a Phoenix Hawk, but looks pretty cool. A little different. Some missile launchers on the legs there and whatnot. Okay. Third mech from this pack. It's a beast. The Marauder 2. So there you have it. Big old Marauder 2. Fins and everything. Looks pretty cool. And then, of course, one of my favorites. I always tend to run one of these. The Atlas. Dun dun dun. Really like how they did the facial features on it. Kept the big pauldrons. Nice big old autocannon. And then your little radar dish. So pretty cool. Detail in the back. Not sure what colors are going to go with it, but pretty epic. Okay, now on to some clans. Okay, to start off with is the Clan Heavy Striker Star. Now this one was in stores already, so I'll just quickly show you these guys. We have a Ice Ferret that comes in the pack. Clan Wolf, wow, one of my favorites here. Pretty cool. So there's that guy there. Next up is the Viper. There you go. Also known Dragonfly. Pretty sure Ghost Bear used a lot of these. So, pretty neat looking mech. Next up, the Hellbringer, favorite of a lot of people. Pretty neat, slick looking mech. A lot of details. There you go. Classic Mad Dog or Vulture. I think this one's posed a little differently, so I'm gonna have to probably try to fix that. But maybe it looks like trying to shoot some aerospace fighters down or something. So yeah, it's a little different than my other ones, but regardless, pretty cool. Next we have the Man of War, or the Gargoyle. Pretty cool. So, okay, next pack. Okay, on to some of the newer clan mechs. This is a clan support star pack, and we are going to start off with the Arctic Cheetah. Look at this little guy. So, pretty cool. Just a little guy. Pretty neat. Next, we have the Battle Cobra. I know a certain somebody who wants a few of these. Pretty neat looking mech. It will serve my Steel Viper quite well. Pretty cool, eh? Then we got a Black Lanner. There you go. Look at that chicken walker. Really well done. Really nice looking. Definitely has the clan look to them. Pretty cool. Next, the Linebacker. Right there. That's a pretty cool mech. Throw that into my clan wolf forces. Even has the missile flaps to open up. Pretty cool. And for the fifth mech is the Night Gear, Gear, however you want to say it. Pretty cool. I'm sure somebody's going to put a fancy paint job on the front of it with some screaming falcon. Really well done. Kept the look of it. Really nice. Okay, another pack. And here we have a Clan Firestar. Here is, I guess we'll start with the Kit Fox. So, haven't seen one of these in a long time. Pretty cool. Same kind of look. Definitely captured the classic look on him. Next, we have good old Fire Moth, the Dasher, with its weird arms, probably carrying elementals or something. Just a small mech, but I'm very glad that they made this one. It's always nice to see these classic Clan Invasion mechs come out. Okay, then we have, I believe it is a Cougar. There you go. Slightly different, but pretty neat looking. Okay. Next up is a Nova Cat. Look at that bad boy. Oh yeah. Big little cannons on it. Pretty nice. So sweet. And last but not least on this one, one of these mechs that I've used when I first started playing Battletech, the Warhawk. Give me those 4 ERPPCs. So looks like the little bit of cleaning to do on the cannon nozzles there, the barrels, but definitely captured the look. Fits right in. Pretty cool. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, next up we have the Clan Ad Hoc Star. And the first mech we're going to show you is the Pack Hunter. Got some long arms on this guy. A big old cannon on it. Pretty neat. There you go. Next up, we have the Howler. There you go. Small little guy. Decent little detail. Pretty cool. We have a Hellion. Pretty neat. There you go. We also have a Fire Falcon. Pretty cool little mech. Remember, a friend of mine used a lot of these as Jade Falcon forces. Fits the theme. And lastly but not least, Big Papa in this set. I'm sure there will be a lot of players looking for this guy. The Kodiak. Badass. What can I say more? Look at the claws on those things. So yeah, pretty sweet looking mech. Definitely made it and kept it with the same similar look, just thick legs. The mounts are pretty compact. It kept the bear look to the head. So Clan Ghost Bear, have fun with this. Okay, now we got a couple more to go. Okay, in this set, the Clan Heavy Battle Star, we're going to start off with the Huntsman. There you go. Even has its little fin. Sweet. Looks pretty good. Next, we have the crossbow. There you go. Pretty thick legs on that thing, eh? Next up, the Ebon Jaguar. I always like this mech too. Looks pretty cool. Smoke Jaguar. Yay! So there you have it. After that guy, we have the Kingfisher. Pretty solid and big mech, actually. Pretty good. Very nice looking mech too. Lastly, for this one, probably the widest mech I've ever seen. There you go, the Turkina. It's yeah, it's pretty big. As you can see, the feet overhang the base a fair bit, but pretty solid mold. Looks pretty good. I like it. Okay, one more. My last clan pack is a clan heavy star. There's some beefy mechs in this one, but we are going to start off with Pytor's mech, the Hunchback 2C. This was the very first mech that I ever played with, actually, in the game itself, way back when. Iconic. It's pretty cool. I love how it looks. What else can I say? So, it's pretty cool. I know there'll be a few people wanting this guy too. Cool. Next on this one, we will have the Warhammer 2C. Fairly big. It's definitely larger than just a regular Warhammer. Yeah, it is bigger in game terms as well, but the cast and the actual miniature itself looks badass, if you ask me. So, pretty cool. Continuing on with the 2Cs is a Marauder 2C. Again, pretty big. Has the Marauder look to it. Pretty sleek, actually. Pretty neat. All decked out clan gear, clan tech. Badass. Okay, then we have the Supernova. Bringing the pain with some large lasers. Pretty decent. Next up, all-time big boy. Definitely is interesting to see this guy on the field. It is the Stone Rhino. Now, look at the size of those cannons. Gauss rifles for sure. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Don't know how I'm going to paint this one up yet, but it's probably going to get a Smoke Jaguar symbol on it somewhere. So, pretty cool. Okay, and that does it for my clan mechs. So, we're going to be going on to the Calmstar box that I have, and we'll show you that right away. Okay, so this is my Calmstar pack that I got. It is the Command Level 2, and we're going to start off with the Mercury. Just that little guy right there. Nothing really too much to him, just a light running around doing his thing. Okay, so then we have a Sentinel. Looks pretty cool. Don't think I've really even seen any of these on the field, but I've seen them around. It's a nice little unit. Next we have the Exterminator. Blam. Interesting looking mech. A bunch of jump jets on the back, of course. There you go. Next, here's a sharp looking mech. The classic Black Knight. Really like the look of this one. Looks pretty good. Might just have to paint them in Comstar colors. Also, we have a Highlander. And I'm thinking he's missing some antennas because he doesn't quite look right. So I'll have to look into that, but maybe you just put them on afterwards. So there you go. And last but not least, an iconic favorite of a lot of people, a Big Bertha, the almighty King Crab. Definitely looks a lot better than the old cast. Has some quite nice claws with the cannons inside of them. Very nice. Did justice. Kept its classic look. Pretty sweet. Next up, I have my legendary pack and the SHILONE aerospace fighter as well, and we'll be showing you that right away. Okay, here's the legendary mech warrior pack. So first up, we have Natasha Kerensky's Direwolf. It is fairly different than the other one. Cannons, big torso cannon there, a Gatling gun. Pretty cool. Then we have Aiden Pride's Mad Cat, or Timberwolf. A little different, pose is different. Arms are definitely different. Jump jets. Pretty cool. Then we have Grayson Death Carlisle's Marauder. Different stance than the regular Marauder, as you can see. Pretty neat. Then you have Morgan Kell's Archer. Stance is different. It's kind of in a bracing, firing his missile kind of stance. Pretty cool. There you go. Okay. And here you have your urban mech. Pretty simple. Just a little chubby guy. Pretty cool. And I'll show you the aerospace fighter next. So here is the Kickstarter reward aerospace fighter that you get. The SHILONE, I believe. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but yeah, pretty cool. They made an aerospace fighter. Looks pretty neat. Comes with a detachable stand. It's fairly large. If I put so it's fairly big. So there you go. Pretty cool. Maybe things to come. Okay, so I had 11 salvage boxes for the clans, and this is pretty much what I got. 2 Mad Cats, 1 Hellbringer, 1 Mist Lynx, 3 Storm Crows, a Gladiator, a Gargoyle, 1 Vulture, and a Dragonfly. So not too bad. I'm glad I got the Mad Cats. So pretty cool. Yeah, we'll go on to some of the next stuff. And there is all my mechs from this Kickstarter. Yeah, it's a lot. I will be having a lot of fun painting these guys up. And we'll show some of the trinkets and dice and patches and stuff that came with the set as well. So what we got here is a whole bunch of the pilot packs that comes with the Kickstarter. As you can see, Champions of the Inner Sphere, Heroes of the Clan, Invasion, Warriors of Kerensky, and Mercenaries of the Inner Sphere 2. Pretty much just cards with a whole bunch of artwork, different pilots, and just kind of a bit of history on the pilots and stuff. Probably can use these for just issuing pilots to your mechs and whatnot if you're ever doing an RPG kind of thing, maybe Mech Warrior Destiny and possibly Alpha Strike. So pretty neat idea. Lots of different pilots to choose from, and I do know there's some more packs, but of course I didn't get those. But yeah, that's about it for these, and then we'll move on to the next one. Going forward, after opening all the boxes for the mechs, you do get all the cards. I'm not going to go through each and every one of them. Pretty straightforward. You get your Alpha Strike cards, and then you also get your other cards with them as well. So yeah, just a big bunch of them there, and pretty much in every pack. And then you also were to get some packs 1 and 2 for the Kickstarter as well. So there you have it. Next, we have some of the trinkets that came with the Kickstarter. You have the Clan Dog Tag and the Dagger Star keychain here. Pretty nice. Also, I ended up getting the Smoke Jaguar pin, which is pretty cool. I also have the Jade Falcon pin. And then you get an objective kind of token. I ended up getting Jade Falcon. And on the other side of it is a summoner. And then I have some lovely patches, which I was very excited to put on my case. So Steiner, Smoke Jaguar, Clan Wolf, and Jade Falcon. Pretty cool. Plus, I also got dice as well. There is your Clan Wolf dice. I'll just do a little zoom in on that. And next up, we have Jade Falcon as well. I also got some Steiner dice, which are pretty cool. And then on top of all that, I ended up getting some Smoke Jaguar dice too. So pretty cool. Lots of little stuff like this. There's a lot more you could have got, but pretty cool. And on to the rest of it. Ended up having these clan cutouts that came with the set as well. I think they come in all the starter set invasion sets as well. So pretty neat if you don't have a lot of stuff, but you can use that as fill-ins. You also get the mech sheets for pretty much everything that was there in I believe the wave 1 and probably this wave as well. Some clan there, some inner sphere, so they gave you that. I also got the Battletech map pack. You can get those probably in stores now as well. And then I will show you the posters that we got in a little bit here. So included with the Kickstarter, you ended up getting 3 posters. This first one is the Mad Cat from Clan Invasion. You also get the Clan Homeworld poster here with all the worlds. The next one up, you get this nice Phoenix Hawk getting attacked by some elementals. It's a really nice poster. Next, we have the Mad Cat Omni Mech with all its parts, which is pretty cool. Then you have the other Clan Invasion box cover with the Steiner Jade Falcon forces, which is one of my favorites. And then you go on to the Mech Warrior cover, which is some pretty nice artwork as well. So also with the Kickstarter pack, I ended up getting a Jade Falcon shirt. It's quite nice. Nice looking logo on it. So yeah. On the other side it has Battletech, and that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed that unboxing of the Battletech Kickstarter set, Clan Invasion. I know I'm excited to get working on these bad boys. And hopefully we'll have a lot more of it coming out, of other unboxing videos as well. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on the battlefield.